Crazy scenes in Melbourne in the quarterfinals as Novak Djokovic goes through to the semi-finals, but not in the fashion we would expect. Lorenzo Musetti dominating the match and then retires due to injury. That's right, here we are in a place that I didn't think that we would be very early here in the UK, and this match didn't go how I saw it going at all. I thought that Djokovic would be able to put up a fight, but I was under no illusions that Lorenzo Musetti is playing some of the best tennis of his career in this tournament, and he showed it in those first two sets. He came out firing. He was the better player. He took the first two sets, and then injury. A groin abductor is what we're being told, and something that apparently he was carrying into the tournament, which showed no signs of appearing until this match, which is so unfortunate for Lorenzo Musetti, somebody who could have made it into his first Australian Open semi-final, could have defeated Novak Djokovic, which would have been a massive achievement for him, somebody who he's struggled against mentally in the past. We've seen him retire against Djokovic in a slam before, but not in this fashion. This was just sad. Just one of the top young talents on the tour against an absolute legend of the game in Novak Djokovic at the Australian Open. And Djokovic was up a break in that third set, but due to the injury, really, and yeah, he just had to retire. He had a medical timeout. It obviously didn't help whatsoever. Djokovic had a medical himself, but it was just for blisters. It's just devastating for Lorenzo Musetti. I mean, I'm a Djokovic fan, but I don't gain anything from this. I don't even think watching Djokovic in that match, I can take anything away that I'm convinced that he can do well against a Yannick Sinner if he's in full form. I just have to hope that recovery for Lorenzo Musetti is very, very fast, because we want to see him playing this level of tennis again in 2026. And I hope that Djokovic's level rises as well, because if it doesn't, we're not going to have an even competitive semi-final. But yeah, just, as you can imagine, just absolutely shocking news. Novak obviously had to do an on-court interview afterwards, being the victor, which he doesn't really get these opportunities to be a victor in this way that often. Obviously, last year, it was the shoe was on the other foot. He was the person who was withdrawing or retiring after a set against Zverev, and it's worked the other way this time. And this is what he had to say. He said, "I don't know what to say except I feel sorry for him. He was far the better player. I was on my way home tonight. I don't know what to say. These kind of things happen in sport. It happened to me a few times, being in the quarters of a Grand Slam, up two sets. Yeah, being in full control. It's so unfortunate. I don't know what else to say. I wish him a speedy recovery, and he should have been the winner today, no doubt." And it's great to hear him say that. Not great to hear Djokovic sound defeated, but knowing when you're the second best player on a tennis court, he's a wise man and he speaks wise words, and he knows that he would not have got the victory if Lorenzo Musetti had not retired. That's just a fact, sadly. He was being dominated around the court by one of the best players on tour at the moment. And yeah, like Tennis One say here, Lorenzo used his full basket of tricks: speed, defense, short slice, lobs, moonballs, and power. A very unfortunate end. And Djokovic even said, yeah, he was managing to get me to play some of the shots which I like the least. Obviously, he said my overhead, which we know I don't enjoy, and yeah, he struggles with one of his least favoured shots. Despite being so good in the rest of the game, it still causes him problems. But Djokovic still, you've got to have respect for him, especially in this match. He surrendered a point in a key game after volunteering that he had made contact with the ball, even though it had not been called, and he had been awarded the point. Shouldn't be rare, but it is, and it cost him. He went on to be broken by Musetti to go down 2-0. And I think this is just Djokovic in this latter stage of his career. I think sportsmanship goes a long way. And I think he's proven that in these later stages of his career. He's done everything in the sport. He's got nothing left to prove. And the fact that he still competes with some of the best players and knows when he's beaten as well, it's credit to him. It is reminiscent as well. A lot of people are pointing out that Jannik Sinner, obviously at Wimbledon last year, Grigor Dimitrov up 2-0 against Jannik Sinner. And Lorenzo Musetti, the same fate that Grigor Dimitrov had, playing against one of the best in the world, playing much better, looking like you're on your way to victory, and then injury strikes. And as Gil points out here, the big disappointment for Musetti, not just missing out on the semi-finals, but he was in prime position to pass Zverev for the number 3 ranking, scheduled for a golden swing events with very few points to defend as well. Yeah, it's devastating. It's completely derailed what was an amazing start to the year for a player who you could probably say, playing like that, could actually challenge the likes of Alcaraz and Sinner, and definitely more so than what Novak Djokovic can right now. And that's me being honest. Djokovic is going to have to bring a ridiculous level. He's going to have to dig to the depths to be able to compete with those two right now. And I don't know where he's going to get it from. He even said like he's going to have to do 2 prayers tonight to the gods, one to say thanks and one to find the courage and the level to be able to get through to a final, which right now it almost seems impossible if he plays in that same level that he played today. But he is into his 54th Grand Slam semi-final. Insane. And his 13th at the Australian Open. So that's just a quick reaction to this unexpected news. Didn't see the match ending in this way. I actually was expecting Lorenzo Musetti to win in straight sets in the end, watching the match. Djokovic, I had to win in 5 sets in my prediction, but it only went 2 and a bit. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. Do you think Lorenzo Musetti, he was on his way to superstardom? Or do you think this is just another problem that he's going to have to contend with going through his career? Going to have to get the body stronger, going to have to fight to get through these type of adversities in his career. A lot of the top players have to go through it, but it's how you come back. That is the key. I want to know your thoughts, and if you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe, and we'll bring you a podcast wrapping up all of the second day of quarterfinal action later on today.